Good morning, everyone. Today we'll be discussing the assumptions about human behavior. That is, what are the basic assumptions that are being presumed by the individuals? That is, how the individual behavior, what are the certain assumptions about human behavior? The four assumptions are the individual differences. The second assumption is the whole person. The third assumption is causation of the behavior. The fourth assumption is human dignity. We will be discussing these assumptions one by one. If you consider the first assumption, that is the individual differences. It basically explains that there is a difference in the personal characteristics of an individual that is being created in the work performance and the behavior of individual. That is, every person has the certain characteristics which makes him different to perform in the work he is being doing and the behavior of that particular individual. People working on identical machines have difference in their productivity. Whatsoever the reason of the difference in the productivity it may be, but this person having the same machinery, then also the productivity differs. Industrial psychologists have developed techniques where individual difference in psychological factors can be identified and measured as to ensure that the right person is being placed on the right job in the industry and proper training can be arranged for the person. That is why the difference in the individual, the industry need to understand the difference and place the right person at the right place to have the maximum productivity. The next assumption is basically the whole person. We cannot think individual different from the brain. The brain and the individual is considered as a single unit. While employing an individual for the skills, it may exclude his brain, which cannot be inseparable. His background, his knowledge, his experience, his environment, all together play an important role to create a particular person. The causation of the behavior, that is how the behavior is caused, is the need of the individual. The person behavior can be influenced by motivating him to fulfill his basic needs. When a person senses a need for himself, there is a feeling of lack of something and thus cause him dissatisfaction. To fulfill that dissatisfaction, individual perform best of his ability to fulfill that need. That is, there need to be having a cause to be fulfilled so that the behavior could be monitored. The last is the human dignity. That is, individual is a social animal and he has aspirations, emotions, sentiment to be respected.